welcome. My name is Amna and I'm working as a healthcare professional at Gunjat. हम लोग की ये वीडियो सीरीज चल रही है जिसमें we are discussing about how we can use Microsoft Copilot in different tools like Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams. So in the previous video, we have discussed how we can use Copilot in Word, and in this session today, we'll explore that how Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat can be used in the Excel and how it can super change our workflow in the Excel. So Excel is packed with multiple features, but it can be overwhelming to know where to start. So Copilot add even more capabilities, making it easier to get the answer, automate the task, and save us time. So in this session, first we will I'll let you know about the theory, about the features that we see of about the Copilot in Excel, and then we'll move toward the practical example that how we can use the Copilot to work smarter and even more efficiently. So let's get started. The first thing, the first thing is that as in the previous video, I've also discussed that in Word, when you use the Copilot, you see such type of interface that you can see in the screenshot that are placed here. So Microsoft in the Microsoft 365 Copilot, one are the licensed users, the users that have the subscription for the Microsoft 365, and one are the simple users. The ones who are the licensed users are able to see two options that is the work and the web options. You can see it here, and the simple users don't have the options. Microsoft 365 Copilot uses the web option, like directly and automatically. They don't ask the users. So for the license users, when there are two options present, the first one is the work and the web. The difference between the two options is when the user press the work option, it means that the Copilot is using the internal documents of the organization or company that the user have uploaded, and then it generate the response using that documents. For example, if an employee is like querying about the company's internal policy for leave, then the Copilot will use the information that is present in the documents that are uploaded in the Copilot of that specific company, because each company has different leave policies. So it will not give a general answer about the leave policies, or it will take information from that specific document of the company that the employee belongs to, or that piece of information it will retrieve, and the LLM will generate answer related to that specific company that the employee is present, and related to that and it will retrieve information and give the accurate answer. While if the web while as far as the web option is concerned, it uses information from the public websites, or it uses information from over the internet and general blogs. So this option we use when we have to like research on a specific topic, when we want to analyze, or when we want to research on a specific topic, then the users must use the web option. And when the user want information about their specific organization or company, then we explore the work option. So this was the difference between the two options that the licensed users get, the work and the web. Now comes the part that why we have to use Copilot, or what capabilities Copilot enhances in the Excel. So the Copilot chat in the Excels let you ask questions about your workbook and even pull in knowledge from the web. You can use the suggested prompts to get started or type your own questions. As you can see the interface in the screenshot that is placed on the left side of the screen, and the responses can be copied directly into your document or into the new files, making it easier to integrate Copilot insights into your workflow. And highlight that the Copilot chat is designed to be interactive and flexible, supporting a wide range of Excel tasks. So that is basically the need of that it basically answers the question that why we have to use Copilot in Excel, because it enhances the capabilities of the Excel and it saves us more time. So to use the Copilot chat, your Excel file must be opened here, must be open in the must be saved basically in the cloud, that is the OneDrive or the SharePoint, with the autosave button turned on. You can see here, this is the autosave button. You to use the Copilot, it should be the autosave button should be turned on. And once the Copilot chat from the ribbon, look for the Copilot icon. This is the Copilot icon. When you just press that Copilot icon, this interface of the Copilot appears on the screen. And once you have the chat window open, you will see there's a lot of options packed into a small space. But luckily the UI is consistent across all your apps, so you will only need to learn it once. And the navigation panels, these three lines, this is called the navigation panel. It let you access the agents and your conversation history. So if you want to continue an old chat or a reference information Copilot previously provided, you can find it from here, this option. And when you access an agent, you will leave Copilot chat and interact with that agent, and you will need to go back in the navigation panel if you want to use that Copilot chat again. Then the enterprise, the next is the this shield option. This is the enterprise data protection shield option, and it means that your data is secure. And then is this green button. This means that you can start a new chat. And then is the three buttons you can see here. This means that like you can access more options like feedback and controls. And then the cross button, it means that you can close the chat whenever you are done. So when you start a new chat, you have the option to start a temporary chat that won't be saved in your conversation history. The next is the prompt box. The one here you can see that whenever where it is written the message Copilot, this is the prompt box. This is the box in which you where your conversation will get started. And in the next box you can see that there is a plus option where you can add the content file or images to enrich your chat. And you can also access the specialized agent or tools. These two lines, these are to access the tools or agents. You have to press this button in which you will access agent like designer and use the you can also use the voice detection option. This is the mic option. If the user want to don't have to type anything, if you want to dictate the Copilot, so it he will just say whatever you want, and his voice will be converted into text. So the sample prompt options are also here. The sample prompts are tailored to your document with options to expand, and you can also see more options. So this is the basic UI of the Copilot, with the multiple options that are present. And you can use these options to use the Copilot in Excel. Now, when you ask a question, a Copilot will create a detailed response with reference to the files or websites that are used. So you can contribute the conversation with the multi-turn suggestion or ask the follow-up questions here in the prompt box that where it is written the message Copilot. And you can also insert responses directly into your document by pressing the plus button. This you can see this option. Where is my yeah this by you can press this button, and the response means in this screenshot we have seen that this is the chart. If you have to insert this chart into the document, you have to press this plus icon, and this chart will be included into your document. And then comes the next option of copy paste the response. You can press this you can also copy this response into your clipboard. And in the arrow button shows that you can share the response with other. And you can also use the feedback buttons to let Microsoft know what works well and what could be improved. So these are some of the options that you get whenever you get the response from the Copilot. So here is a short 15 seconds demo video of Copilot Chat in action. You can ask the Copilot about the data in your Excel and have it create charts for you within the Excel. So I'm just gonna play this video so you can better have get an idea of how the Copilot works in the Excel. So here you can see the user have typed a prompt to share the top insights and trends of the data and create a visualization, and the copilot is generating a response, and it has generated a response of the chart, and it has also given the source from which you have taken the information, and these are the options that are present. You can add the chart into the document. You can copy the response. You can share that response and also give the feedback. So this was a simple demo in which it is demonstrated that how the Copilot works in the Excel. Now a few things to know before you get started. So the first thing is that the Copilot in Excel only works if the file is saved in the OneDrive or SharePoint with the autosave turned on. So make sure that the autosave button is turned on in the Excel if you want to use the Copilot, so it can get the access to your document. And second is the Copilot work best with the structured data, so make sure that your data is converted into the table format or in the table like ranges with the headers for each column and no blank rows, such as the example that is showed in the slide. And then when we just click the Copilot icon on the home tab or of the ribbon to get started, try one of the static prompts that show up, or write your own starting prompts like these, or you can also write your own prompt. This slide shows specific examples of some of the use cases that can be used as an introduction. Later slides have more examples that show how you can use the sample data. So and this was some of the things that you need to consider before starting working on Copilot in Excel. Now here are some tips and tricks to get most of the Copilot in Excel. So the first one is the multi-turn option. The multi-turn refers to the idea of having a conversation with the Copilot in the same chat panel, which is quite a different experience from clicking the menus and the buttons. For example, if you don't get the answer you want in your first prompt, try following up with more clarification or request the changes. See the left hand screenshot here, where this is the screenshot in which there's an example of where the first form was about the sale volumes for a specific filter, and after the Copilot returned the response, the user asked for that information to be shown in a pie chart. So Copilot keep the track of your conversation and know what the word that means in the can you show me that in a pie chart prompt. And the conversations are also helpful for helping the large language models that powers Copilot learn that what you want, and if you don't like the Copilot first response, try saying actually instead, you can say like actually instead of that you can do this. So you can use such prompts, and also be aware that the previous prompts that you wrote plus Copilot responses of those prompts have all informing the Copilot most recent responses. So sometimes this may not be what you want. So in this case, just start a new conversation by clicking the button that is placed that I have told you to start a new chat, and you can start a new chat thread to start fresh and click on the new chat to start a new conversation with the Copilot. Now, another tip for using the Copilot, that if it's not doing what you want, try asking Copilot with why and how questions about your task instead of just asking the Copilot to do the task for you. Because rephrasing your prompt with the different words or can also be helpful. And if it doesn't seems to be understanding what you want, although it may seem counterintuitive sometimes, but adding more details and words help Copilot better understand what you are looking for. Now think of Copilot like having an Excel encyclopedia in your pocket. If you can't remember of how you did something in your Excel, or if you want to learn how to do something in Excel, just ask Copilot. Like in these examples, asking Copilot about a formula that forecasts a revenue over time and how you can calculate the standard deviation, or about the keyword shortcuts. So these are some of the things that you can ask Copilot if you don't remember something. And obviously you can ask a wide range of questions from Copilot according to your document. Now, lastly, a few more examples. The leftmost screenshot shows an example of a user explaining to Copilot what they are trying to achieve and asking for help on how to do it. Now, the Copilot both explains how to structure the data and then provides a formula to work against the data. And in the middle screenshot, Copilot explained that how to navigate the Excel user experience to access certain functionality in order to answer the user questions. And in the rightmost screenshot, think creatively about the questions to ask the Copilot around Excel for heavy Excel users, and Copilot can also be a really great way to get the new ideas of how to get value out of the Excel. So one of the part of the Excel that Copilot can help you with is the formulas, with the writings, that how to write them and explaining them, troubleshooting errors and so on. So this slide shows specific examples of how you can use these use cases as an introduction, or then the later slides I have more examples that shows how the sample data can be used. Another way to take advantage of the Copilot in Excel is explaining a formula in an existing workbook, or asking for examples of how you can use the specific Excel formulas. Like you can also give Copilot additional details in the prompt to explain exactly what you mean. For example, if you want to know how to use a specific formula in more detail, try explaining the conditions. If you want a formula to handle such as referencing a cell to column to the left, you can ask the Copilot and it will do the things for you. So one common scenario for Excel is managing Excel results from surveys, which often include text verbatims and comments. So with Copilot in Excel, you can now ask for summaries or text-heavy columns, such as in the example it is shown in the slide, where there are verbatims from an HR onboarding survey for newly hired employees, and user asked Copilot to summarize those verbatims to show the top 3 opportunities for improvement. Also note that in the particular example, Copilot in Excel was used to generate the verbatims in the screenshot. So to test out that yourself, ask Copilot to generate the sample reviews for a particular product or business, and add details to describe the product or business, how long you want the reviews to be, or how you want to be like positive versus negative, and give it a guidance about including the spelling errors. So these are some of the things that you can add and try it out to explore more things and features of Copilot in Excel. So this was all about the theory that how there are certain features that you can explore in the Copilot. Now we'll move toward the hands-on demo session, in which I'll tell you how you can practically use Copilot so you can get a better understand of what I'm talking about. So now we'll go to the Excel, and then we will start the hands-on training session. So for using the Copilot in the Excel, you first have to go to the Excel. You have to press the Excel. This is the interface that is opened when you press the Excel button. So these are the multiple options that you can see. There is a home option, new, open, share option. So when you have to when you have to open an existing workbook or an existing work file that is present in your laptop or PC, you have to go on this open option, and this interface is open. And now you have to for opening the Excel file, I have saved an sample healthcare data in my own laptop or PC. So I will go to this PC option, and it will open an interface like this. Now wherever you have saved the Excel file, you can go on that option. I have save my Excel workbook in the documents folder, so I'll search for the document that I have saved. I think I've saved on the download options. Yeah, in the download option, I have saved the healthcare data. I'll open this healthcare the data file. So you can see that the file is open in the Excel. Now before starting or working on the Excel, I have told you that you have to ensure two things. That one is that the autosave button should be turned on, and you can see that the autosave button here is turned on. So now I can use the Copilot in this work file. Now the second thing is that it is better that I convert this whole Excel file into the in the table format. So what I will do is I will press ctrl and ctrl plus a, that will select all the data in the Excel file. I will press ctrl and a on my keyboard. uh, Yeah, when I've pressed CTRL plus A, it have selected all the data. And now I'll press CTRL plus T on my keyboard. And this comes that that asks you that create a table. You should ensure that this option is selected, that my table has headers, and you have to press the OK option. Okay, and you can see that this whole Excel file is converted into the table format. You can also change the colors from here, like there are different color options. I will keep it simple and I'll keep the blue color. You can also change different colors whenever for the tables in the Excel format. Now you can see that these are the different columns. These are the different headers of the file. I have used the healthcare data file, in which there are multiple options of the name, age, gender, blood type, medical conditions, and date of admission. This is related to healthcare data. I'm expanding these columns so that I can better get an understanding of what I'm working with, and it will be easy for you and also for me to ask Copilot different questions, is because I'll get an idea of what columns are present in my data, so I can ask questions about that. So yes, yeah. So this look pretty much better. I can just delete it. Yeah, so this looks pretty much better. Now I can see all the column names, and the my whole data is converted into the table format. Now what I'm going to do is I'll open the Copilot. So I'll go to the home option here, and here I can see there is a Copilot option present here. I will just press in this Copilot button, and the Copilot yeah, here is a Copilot button, and this Copilot is present here. Copilot chat panel will be opened here. Now you can see that these are the options. This is the navigation panel. This is the charts that I have previously done with the Copilot regarding to this workbook. I can, if you want to go in any of the chat, you can just press that chat, and you will see the conversation that is held between the user and the Copilot. And this is the new chat option. If you want to start a new chat, you can press here. This is the feed. This is the if you want to explore some new option regarding the feedback and controls here. And if you want to close this chat, like if you want to close the Copilot, I just have to press that close button. So, and here I will write the prompt or message that I want to ask the Copilot. So for example, I just write that summarize the data in this workbook. So I want Copilot to summarize this whole data, because if I manually summarize the whole data, I just have to check each and every column and then summarize the findings. It will be a time consuming and lengthy process, and so I will just ask the Copilot in a simple form that summarizes data in the workbook, and press the enter button, and you can see that the Copilot is generating response for this particular prompt. Now it takes some time, and it's saying okay, combining the healthcare data.csv means it is working on the data, and it will generate a response. We can see what type of response comes from Copilot. Okay, so now you can see that the response I've got from the Copilot, it has generated a summary of the healthcare dataset workbook. It tells about the overall structure, then it tells about the data content, in which it tells about the different columns like patient and demographic fields for like you can see the names, ages that it has told me about the medical fields. This is the medical condition column, in which it is tell about the certain medical diseases that are present in the data, like diabetes, hypertension. And then it have also tell me about the medications frequently listed, and it tells about the test results, and it like it have summarizes all the data. And it does also tell about the patterns, about data characteristics and patterns, that the what is about the medications. And basically it has summarized all the data, and it also tell me about the reference or the source file that it has used. Basically it have used that file, the healthcare data csv file, obviously the file that have I created, I've provided as a source to create the response. And we can also like add this summary into a new sheet. If I want to add this summary into a new sheet, I'll click this plus button. I can also copy paste this response if you have to send to any friend, or if you have to send to through WhatsApp to someone, you can just copy paste the response. And I can also give feedback to Microsoft, like I like the response. I'll just press this thumbs up button, and I will like the response, and I'll submit my feedback to let Microsoft know about what I think about the response. So this is like you can see how much time it has the Copilot has saved me, and it has summarizes all the workbook instead of just manually looking at each column and going through every detail of the workbook. I can just ask the Copilot about the summary, and it can tell me about the whole summary of the workbook. Now this was a summarization prompt. Now I can we can just test with another prompt. Like for example, I have to add a column called age group and categorize patrons as child. So I can child, adult, and senior. So I just will add a prompt. I can say set to Copilot, add a column called age group, add a column called age group, and categorize patient as child का for 0 to 17 years. Then comes the adults for 18 to 59, and then come the senior that are 60 plus. Now I'll press the enter button, and we'll see how the Copilot will add this age group column in this in the workbook. Okay, so here you can see the Copilot has generated a response. It has taken some time, but it has generated the response. And what I have asked him to add the age group column, and it has now added the age group column. and this you can see that it has given me a workbook. This is now saved into your data okay Excel file. So I just have to download this, and this is download healthcare data.csv. I'll just open the workbook and see if the it has added the age group, and here you can see that the age group column is added in the workbook that was previously not added. So in this way you can see that the Copilot can also add groups. We just have to write a prompt and the Copilot will do that thing for you. I have told me that for the senior you for the age should be 60 plus, and the adult the age should be 18 between the 18 and 59 range, and for the child the age should be 0 to 17. So it has added the age group column, and if you have to edit this workbook you just have to click on this enable editing button, and you can now just edit this workbook. You can just play the Copilot option, and you can make editing in this workbook. So in this way in this way you can just add this column in the workbook. Now I am going to do another thing. I'll just add one more prompt in which I'll just ask Copilot to do another task. I will what the thing I'm going to do is this: I'll ask the Copilot to make billing and admission types summary, like based on the billing trends and the admission types. I'll ask the Copilot that what improvements it can made, and what are the suggestions for the hospital. So I'm just gonna type the prompt. So I'm gonna write the prompt as um oh sorry, it's not writing. So based on the billing trends and admission types, what operational improvements would you suggest me for the hospital? So I'm just gonna enter the button, and we'll just see what the response I get from the Copilot. So the Copilot has given me the response. It has tell me about the operational improvement recommendations, and all these things. Uh, these outcomes, it has to tell me about all the improvements that should be done. So we can also use Copilot not just for adding the charts. It can also give me suggestions, and it can also be used as a decision making tool. It has provided me with the sources, and I can just copy paste this response. And you can see, I'll just expand this interface of the Copilot. You can see here that it has also provided me the summary of the improvement. I can add this chart into a new sheet. This is the button. I just click this button, and now you can see there. Then this is the sheet one in which the data was there, and in the sheet two it has added the improvement charts, in which it has suggested me the improvements that I've asked. So you can also create like different charts from by asking the Copilot. These are the suggestions also that create a dashboard for these trends and build a presentation for the leadership. Let me just click this suggestion button and see how it create a dashboard for these trends. So I'll just enter this button, enter, and let's see what type of response I get. So So it has provided me, I think, with the two options. Yeah, it has provided me that it has asked me to provide a version of the dataset that contains. Okay. So it has asked me to provide me with a clean dataset. So it has asked me to create to provide me with the clean version of the dataset, but I have this dataset, so I can't provide it with a clean. Let me just we can also do another like we can also explore another prompt. So here you can see I have written a prompt to analyze the admission trends over time using the date of admission, and I've asked to make a chart for it. And this is the response that I got. It has made a chart for me that is admission trends over time, and it has also given me an option to add this chart into a new sheet, and it has told me about this chart, so I can also add. It has also given me the sources, so if you want you can add this chart into the new sheet. So in this way you can see the chart is added. So in this way you can see that how much time saving it is, that I don't have to do the things manually. It I just have to write a prompt of whatever thing I want, and it just make charts, and it just summarize the documents, and you can also explore multiple options from there also. So in this these are the some of the things, these are some of the prompts that I have used to demonstrate and to tell you guys about how you can use the Copilot in the Excel. You can explore different options. There are multiple options, like you can ask the Copilot to write different formulas and to explain different formulas. It can also and it can make different charts, and it can make the summary of the workbook. So these are the options that you can explore. So I hope that you have got an idea about how you can use the Copilot in the Excel. So thank you so much everyone for your time. I hope that you guys have learned something from this video. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.